Hey guys, sorry, I'm gonna go on a quick rant here for a second. Okay, this is stuff that I dealt with in this relationship, like my whole relationship. Okay, so, my ex, which is like my son's father, my second son's father, whenever he came over and I wanted to discuss some stuff or whatever with him, and he decided to bring lunch over anyways. We're sitting there, and my son's there, and we're talking, and then I asked him a question about why he reacted to something I said last time we had spoken, and then he said, "Oh, because you said this," and I'm like, "No, that's not what I said." And then I told him, I proceeded to tell him what I said, and then he argued back, "No, that's not what you said." He's like, "I reacted to this because this is what you said." He's like, "No, you said that before. You didn't say that." And I was like, I know when I said this. I was like, we were in the truck, and I know exactly what I said. And then he kept arguing with me. And I was like, so you're trying to tell me to basically trust everything that you say and to just doubt my own mind of how I remember things? And did he just get mad? He got mad. He grabbed all his food and he just like left the house. And as he was going out the door, my son was like, "Well, what are you doing?" Because he was supposed to go over there, right? And he's like, "Oh, well, just come with me then." I said, "Well, I want to finish eating though, right?" And mind you, I wasn't like mad or nothing. I was just like saying my opinions or whatever. But I wasn't mad. We weren't like. I just think the way that he responded should have been a lot different. Like if you don't agree with what someone said, just be like, okay, whatever. Like I was about to ready to be like, hey, whatever, it doesn't matter, whatever. You thought something, I thought something, it doesn't matter, just like whatever. But the fact that he just kept trying to, and this is what he did in our entire relationship before, and it was, he basically would like to control how I perceive things and tell me how things are, and it's very manipulative, and I don't like that. And I get scared. It just comes naturally because his parents were like that too, so it just comes naturally to him. Like you try to tell him that he's doing that, and he's like, "No, I'm not." Like sometimes you have behaviors you don't realize what you're doing. And anyways, so my son is just like, "Well, what's going on?" Like, and then he's like, and he said before he left, he's like, "Oh no, I'm not leaving. I'm just gonna go out here." And then he did leave, and so my son's like, "Well, what's going on?" Like, and I'm like, that pissed me off. Sorry, I'm really but it pissed me off. It's like I don't give a crap, really. Like what you really did just with me, I really don't care. But if you're gonna act that way in front of our son, and then he's wondering what's up, and he probably thinks it's his fault because he was all sad and stuff. And then when he finally did come back, he was all worried about me and stuff. Like, obviously he knew that I wasn't being treated very good. Like, kids can pick up on that type of thing, but like, it's like he shouldn't have to feel that way. My son, none of my kids should not have to feel that way. Like, we need to, like, I've made mistakes too. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've done a lot of things in my own stuff that I had to heal that hurt my children in ways like that. And where they felt like they had to comfort me and stuff like that. But we should never put our children in a position where they have to feel like they have to comfort you and do all that kind of stuff. We're supposed to be that for them. So it just makes me really frustrated. And that's why I don't really see the man very often. I stay away from him as much as I can because he just doesn't quite click yet with him, and I pray for him, and I hope it will one day, as with other people, my exes and my other child's father and all that kind of stuff. I pray for them because what else can I do? Sometimes we don't see things right away, and we all need healing, and I know that. It's just so frustrating sometimes. I'm just kind of venting, but it's just that our kids are in that. Don't you remember being a kid? And not having, having things about your parents that like made you feel like you had to protect them and this and that, and it took away your childhood and stuff like that. It's like we don't want to be repeating those same things to our children and stuff. Like, we need to actually sit down to the nitty gritty and like face ourselves. I feel a lot of shame for stuff, choices I make, and even up to this day, I know I still screw up. And it's like But to not feel anything about it and just kind of shake it off and be like, ah, whatever, it's fine, whatever, it's life. I don't know, we need to do better. I think we need to, like, really feel what we do to others and really, like, acknowledge it and really try to change. I'm not saying you ain't gonna make